Today I'm talking about Chapter 9 in our leadership book, which talks about public leadership. It talks about the power of public leadership, public opinion through public relations, influence audiences through public addresses, persuasive campaigns, and collaborative leadership. I thought this chapter was very interesting because, especially in today's day and age, being able to publicly speak and to move a crowd in any sort of profession is very important, whether it's politics or if you're a salesperson or any type of person that is trying to sell anything, or if you're trying to be an entrepreneur. Being able to move an audience through speaking is a hidden form, I guess, in today, because everyone's stuck behind a computer. No one really knows how to publicly speak or address people. Especially if you want to be a leader, you got to learn how to address your followers. Public leaders influence the attitudes and behaviors of large audiences at all public levels of society through the use of public relations, activities, public addresses, and persuasive campaigns. Like the president will get in front of a bunch of cameras and address the nation. He has to be able to move the audience, address the nation, as a leader should. Excellent public relation programs share the following characteristics. 1. Empowered, which is valued and prompted by top management. 2. A strategic management role that helps shape organizational policy and direction. 3. Two-way communication and symmetrical relationships identify, respond the needs of public while fostering collaboration outside groups. 4. Ethical behavior discloses accurate information, engages in dialogue, and advocates social responsibility. And 5. Supportive structure that encourages participation and fosters the achievement of women and minorities. So it takes a whole group of people to address people publicly. It normally doesn't just take one person. It takes a lot of people behind the scenes to either put together the script, to address the right scope of people you want. And you also have to keep in mind you have to question the minorities of the group. You got to address the women or different other minorities. You got to address achievements. You got to bring positive vibes to everyone you're addressing so you can gauge the audience. Your speech will be effective if it is based on careful pre-speech planning. So going over the speech in your head, looking at yourself in the mirror and talking, seeing what you're doing with your hands. You don't want to be too distracting up there. You want to move them with your words. Clear organization, developing a thesis statement, arranging links, ideas, crafting a memorable introduction and conclusion. Clear, vivid, and appropriate language. Extensive rehearsal, delivery that appears natural and creates a sense of immediacy. So you got to look calm up there. You have to look confident. You can't be up there with your shoulders and twiddling your thumbs or with a voice shaky or using the filler in words like or what. All of us need to practice this, especially in college. Not all of us are gifted public speakers. It's important not to use those filler words because once you notice them, you can't stop noticing them, and it distracts you from the speech. It makes you look like a bad speaker or not confident in what you're saying. A persuasive campaign consists of a series of messages aimed at challenging the beliefs and factors of others. To create a campaign with significant impact, test messages, and identify market segments, expose a large portion of the audience in campaign messages. Use the social most accessible target groups and rely on the media to raise awareness. So get cameras in front of you so you can get the message broadband further. It's very important to reach the whole audience, not just the people in front of you. There are 6 steps or stages to any type of persuasive campaign. You ready for this? This is important. So 1, situation analysis, which identifies key audience characteristics and possible competitors. So you got to know what you're talking for, who the group you're talking to, and is anyone competing against you? Are you running for president or class president? Are you speaking to people saying I'm better than this person? Or are you doing like an intervention or campaign sort of thing? 2, objectives, which center and increased awareness, attitude change, or changed behavior. So you got to get your objectives out there. What do you want the people to know? What do you want them to take away from this? 3, strategies, which identify types of messages and communication activities. So how are you going to get the objective across? You have to have a plan set in motion so people know what to do. 4, a budget. It determines your resources available to pay for labor, material, media, and talent. So you have to have some money. You have to have money to have the cameras there, the microphones, pretty much everything today. You need a little bit of money, which can take a lot of preparation, or people that you've already influenced can donate for the cause. 5, implementation, which puts the campaign into action and evaluates the progress. So this is the people behind the scenes. They're seeing how you're doing, how you could do better, and how your speech is riling up the crowd or the nation. 6, evaluation, which gathers feedback and measures outcomes. So this is very important if you want to do better in the future. If being evaluated is good, you have to be You have to be smart with yourself. You always have to learn. There's always something to take away from a speech. It's very important to be able to address people publicly because that's a very strong form of communication. A good leader should seem confident in front of all of his followers. And if you can listen to these steps and do them right and learn from yourself and learn from your mistakes, then you will be good at it.